This is the agency that is going to teach the next generation how to do the new form of creative. It's cool.
I move with the weight of the world on my neck, can't lie, been stressed, but it's all on me. Need a verse, need advice, nigga, call on me. Everybody got drives to the car on E, got a broad on E, and she all...
Good afternoon. A couple of weeks ago or a month ago, I thought it would be a good idea to get a lot of the creative leaders in the company together. But what I want to accomplish here through the 4 or 5 hours of discussion is actually just to get us collectively hearing the discussion. I want to basically have conversations of things that I'm seeing. A lot of what I think 2017 has been about at VaynerMedia was somewhere around September and October of last year. It just became obvious to me that the organization had become too far away from what I thought needed to be done in output of work and culture in many different facets. And I think collectively a series of events, whether it's the reorg or different things, or when I spoke at the end of the year last year, and made it a very short end of the year talk about we're gonna be the best Facebook commercial, that whole thing, a lot of my energy is in that direction. I wanna continue it to be in that direction. So this collective today is not to talk about structure or job titles or responsibilities. I wanna talk about the work. I wanna spend the entire time here talking about the work. What does the work look like to you? And I really want people to participate. You know, we'll get into jams of like good or interesting or opportunities or other things you've seen. But ultimately what I want to do is have the discussion be the output of today. And then I'll take it back to the lab and decide if there's things that I want to do or don't do. But I think it's going to be very healthy for a lot of people to hear other people's points of view or thoughts or dreams or aspirations of what we do here. And I really want to set the tone on a couple of the pillars and where we're gonna go. So why don't we go around and say hello. Let's go counterclockwise, because I think that's funny. Juliet, because you're looking in your bag, why don't you start?
The jaws on me, Spielberg with the camp shit changed in the camp, niggas turned on me, but it's hard to be mad when you big homie. Shit, I've been lonely, spent my time in the sky, hit about 8 states in the month of July. I need months to do.
I want to make sure that we walk around with the audacity that we should have, not worrying about being treated like the below the line afterthought. Oh, we sets the tone, and I don't care. And I'd love, now that's easy for me because I'm playing the long game, right? But I'd like to empower, and please figure out what you need to not care as well. When I feel those vibes, especially from another agency, I laugh at it. You have to understand, once the television commercial marketplace collapses, the entire above the line traditional agency world goes through massive disruption, no different than bookstores and limousine services had to when their markets collapsed because of innovation. And so this is a very important time for us, because here's why. We have to, at all costs, become the organization that is most known for making the modern day mobile commercial. Whether that is in Facebook, where I've been sending a lot of the energy, or for a lot of brands here that are targeting 30 and under, I've become increasingly fascinated with the interstitial Snapchat ad that allows you to swipe up and then watch a 3, 4, 5, 6 minute video. And if you look at the macro data of the depth of consumption in that platform on long form video, once swiped up, it's scary. So to me, I'd like to put it in the bucket of long form mobile video. You know, I think one thing that people are not spending enough time on is everybody's lazy, right? Everybody's lazy. Everybody lazily reads headlines and thinks, and every one of you have been in a meeting in the last 6 months when talking about video for the mobile device, people think it needs to be short, that it needs to be 15 or 30 seconds, right? First of all, this whole notion of 15, 30, and 60 is ludicrous. It is completely format based on how television eventually formed itself, and the thought that we should ever even be thinking about that in this new environment is ludicrous. And I want to make sure we know that. Number 2, get yourself educated, get to the analytics team, go read, like long form video works on mobile devices. And I want you to push back when you're in a room and they go, well, that has to be a 10-second video or a 15-second video. Like 2, 3, 4, 5-minute videos work. They just have to be good. Today we're in a weird little limbo that I would say we're 20% all the way through, right? And tomorrow we're gonna be on the right side of this equation. And so I just think the advertising world that we all grew up with or we're passionate about is unbelievably on its last breath. And I'll tell you why. It doesn't just start and end with traditional. I would tell you that I believe that almost the far majority of digital advertising is straight garbage. So I look at print and outdoors modern version as a Facebook picture. I love the idea. We win an opportunity with, if we won the social AOR, if we got it, now we're taking over. The first 3 months, 2 months, if our pictures on there are with purpose to get to creative insights, both quant and qual, I love the idea that our video work starts at month 3 because we did work to get us insights, not just relied on our insights team or a brief and the way we interpreted, we actually used quanting. The reason my content works so well is I respond to the content and then make more content. And so it's an inexpensive way for us not to waste the client's money for the first 2 months. You put out a bunch of stuff, you see what actually works. That's then, along with the insights team, the pillars, and we'll recreate the 4 videos. We are a winning digital creative shop. This is about winning it all. This is not a conversation like, please nobody leave here with like, woe is me. You know how bad it is out there? Like we're winning. It's just, we're not gonna win the game that's coming. And that's my responsibility, right? That's ultimately my responsibility. So that's what I'm really focused on here. Like, we're winning because guess what? Every agency only cares about the subjective call of this and not respecting the context of the platforms and working off of the digital asset interpretation of the 30-second spot and mailing it in and just doing it for programmatic media that nobody sees at all. There's no shop that is devoted to being a disproportionately talented video creative shop in a Facebook environment, pot committed. That's what I want us to be. This is the agency that is gonna teach the next generation how to do the new form of creative. It's cool.
I like to hide my problems. Sometimes I choke on reefer. So much beyond my mind. Fuck, I don't know no leaders. Work like it's 4 I'm feeding. Stuck to the floor, I'm grieving. Anguish and so much pride.
You wanna be successful? You Google things. You Google things like how to make a Facebook video go viral with the first 3 seconds, or what's good in the first 5 seconds. Like, get smart. The first article ever written about me in my career was in the Star Ledger in New Jersey state paper, and it was titled Grape Expectations. And it was written about this 25-year-old kid who launched a website and has now built one of the biggest liquor stores in the country right here in Springfield, New Jersey. And there's a very long quote for me in the article. You can probably Google this. And fuck, man, I can't believe how fun this is about to say. In it, they interview me and they go, what's the secret of Wine Library? And I go, one of the 3 most successful wholesalers, these are the people you buy your wine from, who's the legendary guy, who's the smart guy of the 3. You know, one of them was family inherited, the other one supposedly lucky-ish, but I don't believe in that, but this was the smart one. This was the guy who really was thoughtful and was smart. In it, my quote is, one of them sat down with me in dinner the first year I started running Wine Library, and I started making some changes. And he sat me down, he asked me for dinner, and this was supposed to be a big deal. It was an honor for me to have this dinner with this legendary wholesaler. And halfway through the dinner, he says to me, Gary, running a successful wine shop takes 3 things: price, selection, and service. And what you, young man, have to figure out this year is which 2 of those 3 you're gonna focus on to build a successful business. This is me telling the story. And then I say, and in that moment, as a 22-year-old kid, I said in my head, this guy's a fucking asshole. And I'm gonna do 3 out of 3. The brand team sits down and they go, oh, we've got a tough budget year. It's gonna be a tough year. We have no money. And they said they had $2 million. And it seemed like a fortune. We are absolutely in a fucking bubble, my friends. I'm just gonna remind you, there's 2 young women. They're in Savannah. And they're gonna fucking kill you. You know why? They can do a lot of shit with and we don't think we can. Please help me change that culture. You know what's fun about that? Somebody just said it to me. We're all on the same page now. Like meaning like make the fucking videos that we want to make, be smart, work with each other. It's just great to get that, getting us all grounded in what.
Allowing for a platform where people could talk that enabled you to like hone in on that. Yeah.
Big, right?
Yeah.
Like doing the work in real time in front of everybody.
Exactly.
Which is.
Well, that's with real world examples. Like I think that was the most powerful stuff there that I got is like literally taking exact examples and going, well here, I tweak that, that's bullshit, who cares? And then just the dialogue that surrounds it. I think that something, at least for me, specific examples, I go, got it, okay, now I can extrapolate that and go take that in 100 different directions.
People don't get it. And it's not your fault I'm not getting it, it's that I have to figure out more and different and intriguing ways to articulate it. And this was one of them. And maybe this was the one that got, you know, you chip away. You just
I think it probably was for a lot of people.
I think so too. I mean, I think, look, just getting everybody aligned on things in a moment in time, so all the different fractions can't speak to the way it used to be, the way it's gonna be, the way they interpret it. That was pretty crystal clear. Honestly, if I just leave with everybody making videos in those 6 formats or genres, like to the best of their fucking ability, that will be a game changer for us. It will work.
I break down walls and strap, but they all fall on me.